Somewhere in Bikini Bottom, there is a serial killer roaming around, aimlessly picking off people one by one until every last Bikini Bottomite is dead. If you thought my red mystery was bad, well, just wait, because this is possibly my darkest theory and one of my longest theories yet. This is the SpongeBob serial killer theory. Hello there, boys and girls. It's me. I guess I'm the new SpongeBob theorist. October's over, but, it doesn't matter. Time for the SpongeBob serial killer theory. Make sure to subscribe for my darkest theory yet. Let's go. So you might be wondering, if there's a serial killer in Bikini Bottom, who is it? Now, mind you, I don't think it's one of the main characters, obviously, or even a side character, but I do think it's a background character. But who is it? I mean, it could be literally anyone in Bikini Bottom. Anyone at all. There's gotta be some, evidence to suggest that it's someone who has killed before. But there's no person that's responsible for the disappearance of certain characters. Right? Holy shit.
Watch the water shimmer darkly underneath the harbor moon. Harold treads the alley softly, gonna meet his victim soon. His fins are slick and shadows eerie in the murky city's gloom. Watch out for his gaze so dreary, lurking whispers spell your doom. Harold's coming, don't you tremble. Silent footsteps, deaths assemble. In the night, the fish so humble turns your world into a fumble. Every splash a secret calling, beneath waves the whispers swim. Don't you see the terror falling, eyes of Harold cold and grim. Time is ticking, every bubble seals your fate in watery murk. Harold's here to spread the trouble, from the shadows I see him lurk. Beneath the depths where secrets shiver, in the urban sea's twilight, Harold's looking ever closer, bringing fear into the night.
Evidence number 1, frequent presence. Harold is seen in multiple episodes, often hanging around the Krusty Krab. His consistent background presence allows him to observe patrons and choose targets without raising suspicion. Evidence number 2. Unassuming appearance. His simple, unremarkable design makes him easy to overlook. People wouldn't think twice about a friendly-looking fish in a white shirt, making him the perfect candidate to hide his sinister intentions. Evidence number 3. Connection to disappearances. In various episodes, there are hints of characters going missing after visiting the Krusty Krab. Harold's presence during these moments could suggest his involvement in the mysterious fates. Evidence number 4. Opportunity and chaos. The chaotic environment of the Krusty Krab, filled with customers and busy staff, provides ample opportunity for someone like Harold to act without being noticed. He could blend in with the crowd and use the chaos to cover his tracks. Evidence number 5. Symbol of normalcy. As a background character, Harold represents the facade of normalcy in Bikini Bottom. This juxtaposition of a seemingly harmless citizen engaging in horrific acts adds a layer of horror to the otherwise lighthearted show. Well, I guess you're wondering then, if Harold is a serial killer, why is he doing it? Well, there's a lot of reasons, one of which could be boredom and desire for power. Living in Bikini Bottom, Harold might feel trapped in a monotonous life, constantly overlooked by more prominent characters. Killing could be his way of asserting control and breaking free from a sense of insignificance. Each act could give him a twisted sense of power in a town that otherwise sees him as a nobody. Another could be resentment towards main characters. Harold might hold grudges against SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, or other main characters. Watching them get attention while he remains in the background could lead to a resentment that builds up over time. Targeting people around Bikini Bottom might be his way of getting back at the town, aiming to make his mark in a twisted fashion. Or maybe it's an obsession with cleanliness or order. With Bikini Bottom's quirks and chaos, Harold could have an obsession with tidiness, order, or a perfect society in his mind. He might see certain citizens, or nuisances, or sources of chaos that he feels compelled to eliminate to make the town a better place. Another one could be a dark past or hidden trauma. Perhaps Harold had a traumatic experience that shaped his darker tendencies. Maybe he lost someone close to him, and it led him down a dangerous path. Killing might be a way to cope, or reclaim control over his life, carrying out acts that help him process past hurts, however twisted that may be. Another reason could be the influence of rock bottom. If Harold had some connection to rock bottom, a notoriously eerie place in the SpongeBob universe, it could have influenced him toward darker urges. Maybe he spent time there and became corrupted by its unsettling atmosphere, leading him to act on impulses that would shock the rest of Bikini Bottom. Or maybe he has a need for recognition. Being a background character, Harold might crave acknowledgement. Committing these heinous acts might be his way of being seen, creating a legend of sorts around himself. He could be trying to make himself a figure that people in Bikini Bottom will finally notice, although for all the wrong reasons. Finally, it could be experimentation or curiosity. Harold may have a morbid curiosity or fascination with the nature of life and death. As someone who's often just there, he may be more of an observer, using these acts as a dark experiment to see how Bikini Bottom reacts to his actions, treating the town like a twisted lab. These motives add layers to Harold's otherwise normal persona, turning him into a character who hides sinister intentions behind a bland exterior. Bubble Buddy. While Bubble Buddy technically returned in one episode, His sudden complete absence from SpongeBob's life afterward could be due to Harold's interference as a character created by SpongeBob. Bubble Buddy might have irritated Harold, who could see him as a symbol of SpongeBob's whimsy that needed to be removed. The Strangler. After being defeated in SpongeBob Meets the Strangler, he was never seen again. It's possible Harold, seeing him as competition or a threat, could have taken it upon himself to get rid of him once and for all. The Health Inspector. From Nasty Patty. While the health inspector was mostly fake and dead in this episode, what if Harold saw him as a loose end afterward? The inspector's knowledge of the Krusty Krab's secrets might have made him an easy target if Harold wanted to prevent any risks to his own secrecy. Squilliam Fancy Son. Squidward's wealthy rival has made a few appearances, but he isn't seen as consistently as other recurring characters. If Harold secretly dislikes Squidward's pretentiousness or Squilliam's pompousness, he might have taken the chance to target Squilliam, removing him from Squidward's life to add to the chaos. Flats the Flounder. After his encounter with SpongeBob, this bully mysteriously disappeared. Despite being a memorable character in his episode, Harold might have seen Flat's aggression as a danger to his own stealthy ways and taken him out to ensure he wouldn't interfere with his plans. Perch Perkins. Bikini Bottom's news reporter rarely appears these days, despite being a regular figure in earlier episodes. If Harold wanted to avoid media attention, targeting Perch would be an effective way to silence Bikini Bottom's news outlet. Kevin the Sea Cucumber. Kevin, the arrogant leader of the Jelly Spotters, would make a perfect target for someone like Harold. His pride and overconfidence could have irritated Harold, who might view him as a threat to his own sense of control and order in Bikini Bottom. King Neptune. Though he's a major figure, King Neptune's appearance became inconsistent in later seasons. Harold, aiming to target the higher-ups and reclaim some control, might have set his sights on Neptune to disrupt Bikini Bottom's structure and weaken its leadership and the Clash of Triton, but is now rarely seen. Some fans think his design and rules were later merged with other royal characters. And I bet you're thinking, well, that is pretty dark, but it's not as dark as the Red Mist theory. Well, just wait. 'Cause here's a question. If he did kill people, where did he hide the bodies? Well, they could be in Jellyfish Fields. I mean, Jellyfish Fields is vast, and the constant presence of jellyfish would make it a risky place for people to explore. Harold could hide the bodies in its deep, rarely explored areas knowing few people would go near for fear of getting stung. Or rock bottom. I mean, this eerie dark place at the bottom of a deep trench is a location that even SpongeBob found unsettling. If Harold wanted a hidden spot far away from prying eyes, rock bottom would be perfect, especially considering how hard it is to escape once you're there. I mean, there's so many places that he could hide him. Could be literally anywhere. It could be the kelp forest, the elevator, Bikini Bottom dump, chum bucket basement, goo lagoon. Wait. Rewind. That's it. So here's another question. We know that the chum bucket exists in Bikini Bottom. And what's in chum? Well, upon further research, chum is actually ground up fish bones, guts, blood, and other organs. Yeah. But the other question is, though, how would plankton get the ingredients? I mean, we could say that plankton's been going around murdering people, but we don't have any evidence for that. It makes more sense that Harold has been killing people. And what does he do with the bodies? He gives them to plankton, and plankton disposes of them by making them into chum to feed to other fish. That's right. People are unbeknownst that anyone in Bikini Bottom who eats chum is an instant cannibal because they are eating blood, guts, intestines, organs from other Bikini Bottomites. Yeah. Harold's gone through some extreme lengths to kill people, going out of his way to pick off people one by one. I mean, I guess at least the SpongeBob main characters are safe. For now. Wait a minute. Why hasn't Harold killed any of the main characters, though? I mean, obviously we know that the main characters have caused Harold more trouble than the side characters. Well, there's an easy explanation for that. Too much attention. Characters like SpongeBob and Patrick are well known in Bikini Bottom, constantly surrounded by friends and even fans. Killing them would attract massive attention, which would risk exposing Harold's dark secret. Main characters disappearing would disrupt the entire town, bringing a level of scrutiny that Harold likely wants to avoid. SpongeBob's unpredictability. SpongeBob's unusual resilience, optimism, and sheer unpredictability could make him a dangerous target. Harold might fear that SpongeBob's bubbly personality and bizarre luck would make him hard to catch or eliminate effectively. Plus, SpongeBob has survived so many bizarre situations that Harold might worry he'd somehow escape or even accidentally reveal Harold's intentions. Patrick's strength. Despite Patrick's cluelessness, he possesses surprising physical strength, which could make him hard to handle. Harold might see Patrick as an unpredictable risk who could accidentally overpower him without even realizing he's in danger. Close relationships with authority figures. Both SpongeBob and Patrick have close relationships with authority figures like Mr. Krabs, Sandy, and even Mrs. Puff. If either of them disappear, those connections could make investigating their whereabouts a top priority in Bikini Bottom, drawing attention Harold within one. Squidward as a target of opportunity. If Harold has any vendetta, it would likely be against someone who embodies the frustrations of background life like Squidward. But killing Squidward, who is also very well known, would still bring unwanted attention. Instead, Harold may prefer targeting lesser-known characters who go under the radar so their disappearances are less likely to be noticed. Keeping a low profile. Harold's strength lies in his ability to blend into the background and target, and major figures in Bikini Bottom would disrupt his cover. By focusing on lesser-known characters, he can operate more easily without raising suspicion, ensuring he remains an unnoticed nobody while continuing his dark activities. Strategic patience. If Harold's goal was to build up to something bigger, he might see SpongeBob, Patrick, or even Mr. Krabs as endgame targets, saving them for when he's ready to make his final mark on Bikini Bottom. For now, he may view them as too risky, and wait for the right moment. Heck, I bet if he finally kills the main characters and leaves his mark on Bikini Bottom, he'll probably skip town and go to somewhere else, like New Kelp City or some other town, where he'll never be caught. He really has thought it all out. He's a mass serial killer, and the extreme lengths he'll go through to kill everyone is insane. Well, that was the SpongeBob serial killer theory. It's getting pretty late now, so I'm gonna end it there. I hope you all enjoyed this. I got pretty lazy with the editing, and so there's a more black screen than anything. But all that matters is that it's a pretty good and well solid evidence theory. So I'm gonna leave it there. Remember to subscribe. There's a lot more theories on the way. And remember that if any of the SpongeBob main characters go disappearing, you'll know who did it. Stay safe and watch out for Harold.